Hey everyone, I just finished watching the next episode of Street Sharks, Loan Shark, which has nothing to do with loan sharking. I don't know where the title comes from, Lone shark, because none of the sharks are like alone. The only thing that's unique to like one of the sharks in this episode is Jab gets hit with poison darts. Is he the lone shark that the title's referring to, or the title's just picked at random? Whatever. So okay, beginning, the street sharks are all driving in their vehicles. Benz is going along too. They're doing a bunch of crazy stunts in their vehicles. And then they stop off at this burger place. And let's see, there's a bunch of people around the burger place. Some of them leave. A few of them stick around, so I guess, I don't know, some people don't think the sharks are a threat now. So anyway, Streaks goes up to the waitresses, and one of them calls him cute. Alright. Let me move my light here, it's right in my face. So then anyway, Streaks makes his order, and the girl, like, just gives the weirdest kind of response. Yes. Okay. She really likes Streaks. Makes me wonder if she was, really, like, old school scaly back in the day. So then anyway, oh yeah, the Streaks, along with ordering the burgers and the shakes, whatever, he also asks for a toaster. She gives it to him. He eats it. Alright, sure. So then anyway, he's over with the burgers and shakes with his brothers and Ben's, and one of them asks, like, yo, dude, where's the water? And Ripster is like, I know he did tests on the water, but I still don't trust Paradigm. He might have done something. And Jab's like, well, I don't know, the water doesn't seem to be affecting anybody. It's not affecting that guy. And it shows some guys sitting behind him, just sitting there, casual. There's not mutant sharks over there. Even if they are, it's totally normal. Who cares? So then, let's see. Slopster is driving a little something motorcycle. He's carrying this trailer thing. He sees a mud puddle next to where the street sharks are, and he decides he wants to be a big jerk. And he goes over, splashes them with the puddle, and the sharks chase after him. They lose him, and then guess what happens? There's a police car chase. Again. Every single episode has a police car chase, and this is like the most meaningless one because in seconds it's over with. There was no reason for this. Was this added in just to pad out the time? Did they really like not have any other ideas of how to pad the episodes out? And I was thinking with this one, were they having so many police car chases because they thought that they were going to be like a major part of the show and they could easily reuse the footage or something? Oh, and actually, I remembered something. On the DVD, there's a bonus episode, but not of Street Sharks, not of Extreme Dinosaurs, a related show. It's a bonus episode of the Cops cartoon. Yeah, not Cops, the live action reality show, Cops, the action cartoon from the 80s. I'm wondering, let's see, because Deke, I'm pretty sure, produced that too, so are there so many police chases because it's reused footage from the Cops cartoon? Maybe. It'd make more sense and they just, like, I don't know, really, really liked police chases. So then, anyway, oh yeah, Paradigm is down in his lab. It turns out what Slopster was carrying in the trailer was a squid. Paradigm plans to mutate it. It's going to be his next Seviet. Yeah, that's what the the mutants that Paradigm creates, they're called Seviets. Alright. So then, Lena gets a call from the police. They're checking out Dr. Bolton's house, which had a recent break-in. There's mysterious green slime on the wall, and there's photo albums scattered everywhere. And then at Paradigm's lab, Slash overhears the report on about Bolton's house on a police scanner. And I love this one line and the delivery. What is it? They found unidentifiable slime on the wall. I just love his voice when he says unidentifiable slime on the wall. It's so funny. I don't know why, but that line always cracks me up. So then, oh, and there's a bunch of weird animation errors in this scene. There's a scene where Slash, like, his mouth is closed and you can't see the teeth protruding. His mouth, like, changes color. Oh, and that was a thing earlier on, when the sharks are at the burger place. Ripster's, like, face turns all blue. All the white turns, like, super dark blue. And then there's a part where Paradigm goes way off model. And then there's a scene where he's talking to Slash. It's like a front forward scene, and the background is all completely black. Like they forgot to put something in. He's still just in his lab. Couldn't they just put the wall behind him? It's gray. It's not black. It's not that dark. So that was really weird. This episode has a ton of animation errors. There are so many. I couldn't even write them all down. At first I was thinking that like animation errors would be a fun thing to take note of, but like if they're as bad as this one, I'm not gonna bother. I'll point out like the ones that are kind of funny that I think are interesting, but for the most part, yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Because there are just so many animation errors. So then anyway, oh yeah, there's a bit of foreshadowing here that I've never caught before, where Paradigm's talking to a Slash and Slopster, and let's see, oh, where is it? Oh yeah, uh, he's successfully mutated the squid into his newest Ceviate, Killamari. Killamari can shoot darts out of his hands and other orifices. Ugh. And so anyway, there's a bit of foreshadowing here. Paradigm is talking about, let's see, he tells Slopster to go procure him another animal, and he says, this time a moray eel, foreshadowing Reptile, who'll be a major villain from whenever he's introduced a couple episodes from now. So that was a cool little thing. I really like that, and I've never noticed it before. I'm really surprised because, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the sharks go to their father's house, check things out. Ripster finds a floppy disk. He thinks there's going to be something important on that, but just then his spider sense kicks in. And, let's see, Killamari and Slash have this drill tank thing. They blast right up through the floor, and they're attacking them. Jab takes the floppy disk, he sticks it in the computer to keep it safe. They're fighting with the bad guys, and then, let's see, Jab gets shot with one of Killamari's poison dart thingies. And it's like, I remember as a kid, this was actually kind of shocking, because in kids' shows like this, you rarely saw, like, characters actually wounded in battle. Like, I'm trying to think of other action cartoons, like, and I'm thinking, like, X-Men and Spider-Man. Like, once in a while you'd see characters get hurt in those, but it was really rare to actually see, like, Jab gets poison darts shot at him, and then it shows him they're, like, still in him, and he's, like, he falls over. That was pretty intense as a kid. And, so anyway, let's see, what's going on? I'm looking through my notes here. Oh yeah. So, let's see. In the scuffle, Slash finds the floppy disk, he takes it, and, him and Killamari retreat. They're back with Paradigm. Paradigm puts the floppy disk in, and he sees all this new information that he didn't know before. And he's like, oh, it's all so simple. This solves the formula perfectly. And he takes the formula, and I guess he's able to just instantly mix it up. And he gives it to a lab rat, and the lab rat becomes a scorpion rat. Yeah, that was crazy. Oh, and then there's a funny little animation error here where he's talking to himself, and his face is just frozen in a smile. Okay. That was a pretty funny one. So then, let's see. Oh yeah, the scorpion rat, it doesn't listen to him. The obedience element of the formula isn't there, so the thing, runs away. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, then he sends Slash and... who? Killamari? Yeah, Slash and Killamari. I guess Slopster went to go get another animal for him to mutate. So it's just Slash and Calamari for now. They go to fight the sharks, and there's a really weird bit where there's recycled footage from later in the episode. They're outside, they're on the road, but then there's a scene where they're inside. Streaks knocks some crates over on one of the bad guys, and that scene is from later in this same episode. It's a really weird bit of like reused animation. And then oh yeah, then let's see, Slash and Calamari, they kidnap Jab. They have him in their tank. They're going back to Paradigm, and Paradigm is yelling at them that the sharks are following them, and he gets so worked up he becomes paranoid again, and he's going rah, 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 and his voice gets so hyper and intense it sounds like Frieza at times from Dragon Ball. That's really cool. And he tells them that uh, if they get all the sharks together in one place to blow them up with this auto-destruct bomb that I guess they have preset down there. So, anyway, there's a big fight down in wherever, and I love this one scene where Ripster smashes through this pipe, grabs Slash's nose, his like drill nose, and pulls it through the thing, getting him stuck in it. And then so the sharks they get away with Jab, and Slash is still stuck in the thing. Calamari goes over, he's trying to pull him out, and he goes, what was it? I hate to bend your nose out of joint, but it's the only way. I love his voice, it's so cool. So anyway, they all escape, and then back at Shark HQ, which I guess is what Ben's hideout is called now, Jab is given an antidote, and Benz tells him what happened. He put up the information about the poison dart up online, 1990 whatever computer, and someone bypassed the normal channels to hack into his own personal computer to give them the proper antidote, which is nuts to think, like, back in the 90s, all that could happen. But, fantasy cartoon, suspension of disbelief, whatever. And just then, they get another message on the computer about the water contamination, and Ripster wonders if possibly the one sending them these messages is their father, and he types in a message, "Dad, is that you?" Then we see back at Bolton's house, let's see, there's all these computer screens set up, and you hear this, like, growling noise. Then you see this big silhouette approach the wall, and the cord pulls from the wall, and the computer shuts down. Everything goes black, and that's how the episode ends. It was really, really cool to see that as a kid, because you're wondering, like as a kid, it's pretty clear that this is probably supposed to be their father. I don't see them pulling a twist that it wasn't their father. Not that there's any kind of conclusion, but I'll talk about that when I get to it. It was pretty clear that this is their father, and my imagination was just filled with like, oh man, so why is he hiding? Like, yeah, he's a mutant, but they're mutants too. Why does he want to hide from them? Is he, like, radiated or something? And, yeah, so it brings up all these mysteries. You don't know what exactly is going on. And, let's see. Oh, Calamari. Calamari's a really cool villain, and I really like his voice. He has a cool look, too. He has, like, this elongated head with a, like, snappy claw, teethy mouth, toothy mouth, whatever. He's got all the little weird orifices on that shoot the darts out of. That's really kind of gross, but kind of cool. And so yeah, the villains have got their own like new addition to their team. So I wonder if the Sharks are gonna get an addition. Yeah, that's one of the things I really loved about Street Sharks was how like we slowly build up each side. Each side gets their own allies. So yeah, that's all for this one. Hope you enjoyed this. See ya.